supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Watch the screen. Opposite.
Brees leaves this one with Kamara. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Here's Brees to throw. He gets it to Thomas. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. To throw is Brees. Thomas has got it, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you've got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
Now 2nd and 6.
Ready.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Brees. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 27 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hurry! 53 is the mark. Regular. You got nothing in there. I got it.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield is going to fire one deep. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. He was looking for Landry that time.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Ready. 5-8. 5-8. Over. 53. Sit on. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. Yellow lady. Yellow lady. Our time. It's our time. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. 6 minutes.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
What? 95, 56. 51, come on. Let's get on the field, man. Come on.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready. 95, 56. 95, 56. Play set.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 53, Mike. Hey, alert 33. Hurry.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Regular. 61, match box, right.
And inches at the 50-yard line.
Slam.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Good. 180. Target. Alert. Back.
They run. Chubb. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
180.
He was brought down by Von Bell.
Single. Hey, alert 33.
Brings up second and
Check 26.
the 38-yard line.
Check.
Chubb takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Check.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking long for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Thomas, the intended target. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Run. 4-7's the mic, 4-7's the mic. Here we go. Hurry!
From the gun, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 71 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Seibert on for the PAT. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And now it's 2nd down.
You ain't going nowhere.
Throwing now is Breeze. And that is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
This is caught by Ginn. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Breeze again. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They trail by 3, and they just got 3 yards to start the third quarter.
At the 22-yard line.
Check 9, check 9. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Hey!
And again, it's Chubb. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Hurry! Let's get it. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Kill, kill, kill. Hatchet, hatchet. Deuce, 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 deuce. Check 3, check 3.
Regular, regular, regular.
Check 99, check 99.
Hurry, hurry.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check, check.
Real, real, real.
Fresno.
Hurry,
Flare, flare.
hurry, hurry.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Regular, regular, regular.
56, check 56.
Brings up second and 5.
Coming after you.
At the
Switch it.
44-yard
Come
line.
on, switch it.
Check 50. Check 50. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 37. Check.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Shit. Shit.
Hurry, hurry.
A give running right is Chubb. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. General West. Pistol, pistol, pistol.
Switch. He's coming.
Run, run, run.
We got double up, double up. Show it up.
Pistol, pistol, pistol.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Watch out.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
56
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield, and this is caught. He hits Landry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. That one is caught by Hunt. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
20. I got it. Check. Run, run, run.
Wide, get wide. Watch the edge.
Hurry, hurry.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, alert 33. Hurry, hurry.
Hold. Check, 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 check.
Hurry, hurry. Hurry!
Handoff comes to Chubb, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
He's checking crack. 36, 36.
Up.
Slam, slam, slam.
Kill.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
King.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hurry.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
King! Hey, alert! I got him!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Jam. Check. Crunch.
Blue draw corkers. Hey, alert 33.
Now Mayfield on fourth down. Got an open man. It's Ratley. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Saints will have the football back. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Sammy!
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, 53.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. Breeze to throw again. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady.
Hey, let's go.
36. Hey, easy.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
We won't this. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Breeze to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Saints 24, Browns 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Hey, alert 33.
Now Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams